Hey, Margaret, are you there? God, it's me, Margaret. Let's get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. We're in the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. If you have not already, guys, once again, hit that little subscribe button and get that little bell notification. Get notified for our movie reviews in this case, or Ted Lasso reviews. We got our Ted Lasso episode coming out later tonight, every weekly on Tuesday nights, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Tuesday until the 31st, obviously, when we do the watch party. Got a watch party coming up very soon, guys. Be on the lookout for that. And Angela, guess what? We're doing a watch party, guys. So me and Lex will be doing a watch party. Maybe Angela could attend. Maybe we'll see. We're doing a watch party, guys, on the 31st of May. And let me be frank here. This is going to be an unedited version. This is going to be just like watch party where we watch the last series season finale.
Series finale.
Yeah, series finale of Ted Lasso.
It's going to be a sad one.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, guys. It's definitely going to be a sad one. And without further ado, we will also be at Dallas Fan Expo, guys. We will be at Dallas Fan Expo coming out to you guys in Dallas Fan Expo in June. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We got a lot of good casting, a lot of good celebrities that are going to be there. Hayden Christensen's going to be there. Rosario Dawson. It's huge numbers. And
my favorite, John Bernthal.
Yeah, John Berthal's going to be in there, guys, and we cannot wait to talk movies. And if you do see us at the Comic-Con, if you do see us there,
say hello.
Yeah, say what's up, what's going on. We're going to have stickers, we're going to have merch, a few good stuff there, a few little goodies there. But thank you so much, guys. And without further ado, with that being out of the way, Angela, what are we reviewing today?
So, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
So, this is the latest book adaptation and turned into a movie. Yeah. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yeah. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret tells of a story when her family moves from the city to the suburbs. 11-year-old Margaret navigates new friends, feelings, and the beginning of adolescence. What did you think of this? I know. Before we talk about this, right?
We'll preface this.
I'm gonna give a little context to the story here. So me and my mom, we went to this Mexican bakery here in town, and it was really good, by the way, really good place here in San Antonio. And we were like, oh, what movies do we have this week? And we were like, yeah, we got, this film called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Just this novel, obviously, to a movie. And my mom spoke really highly of the book, really highly of the book.
And we will say we have not read the book.
Yes, this is coming out of the context, guys, that we have not read any of the pages of the book. But my mother was telling me this was a really good,
she grew up on the book.
Yeah, she grew up on the book. It was very similar, and obviously because with growing up as a teenager, it came out at a time where she was a teenager, and it was just the right timing, right, for that novel to come out. And even to this day, though, I even heard and we saw people right before watching this movie, we saw even kids our age or people our age that are showing it to their kids, and our age, even to this day, still impacted by this book. I mean, what do you think of that?
They had like a little blip before that was showing several women who are older now, and they're recounting them reading this book and what it meant to them. And their quote unquote Margaret moments where you have those struggles as like a prepubescent girl, and they were sharing that, and I think it was really cool because these are women who, like, some of them are celebrities, and they were sharing these moments, and it was just really cool to see that. I know now that we're older, we kind of forget a lot about it, but it happened. Like, we all go through it. And I thought it was really neat that they included that little segment before the film. And again, it was tons of clips kind of put together. I really liked it, and kind of like brought me thinking like, oh, what was my Margaret moment? So I thought it was really cool to see that before we saw the movie. Coming from we don't really know too much about what, like, the character or anything. We haven't read the books. But I gotta say, I was absolutely surprised walking out of the theater. I really loved it. So much more than I thought I would. I didn't really know what to think of it at first. Like, just from the title, you get the sense that it has something to do with religion. I'm not particularly religious. So I gotta say, though, the way they handled and maneuvered that whole theme was beautifully done. I really liked following this tale of this little girl. She's like, 11? Her and her friends, as she's navigating this new life in the suburbs, moving from New York City.
6th grade, I believe.
She's starting 6th grade, new school, new friends, and just a lot of questions in general. And I thought it was just such a cute movie. I loved everything about it. The cast was, oh my gosh, so great. Not just the kids, but the adults cast too was just awesome. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah, if you were to tell me, Angela, before we watching this movie that you were gonna love this film, I would have said you're dead wrong, because this is a movie for me. But let me be totally, let me just be honest here. This movie is fantastic. This movie takes you onto an experience to where, granted, I'm not a woman or anything like that, but
you're not
obviously,
a prepubescent girl.
Yeah, I'm not a girl going through period, but it's definitely a moment to where it shows that emotional grasp. Me not being a father, I could really see how fathers were going to react. It's very emotional. It's going to be a very emotional time, as well as, of course, the women, of course, and the mothers sharing this moment with their daughters, and vice versa, and everything. And this movie really is an experience of what film is and should be to this day. What filming does, it gets you on this moment, this experience of not necessarily of a lifetime, but experience of that 2 hours of this runtime was an hour and 45 minutes. And it really doesn't feel like that. It feels like the hour went by so quick. The hour 45 minutes felt more to me because this movie was so good, so fantastic. The character development here, the kid actors were all good. Oh my God, they were great. It was so hard for me to create. I love it. I love it when movies, like, I don't have to be like, I'm literally trying to find, like, not necessarily something wrong with the movie, but I'm all like, what's wrong with this movie? Like, I love it when I question that more so than, it's like, oh my God, I'm ready to get out of this theater. But movies like these are exactly what we talk about when we talk about experiences, when we talk about film experiences. Going to the theater, it's an experience. It's supposed to be an experience atmosphere, to not just taking you to this world, but you have these changing moments that you didn't get before watching this movie versus after watching this movie. Maybe you missed something. Maybe life happened to where you really didn't see this coming, or maybe you just didn't see it happening to you, or maybe you seeing it from another point of view that maybe this story did happen to you. I love that. Movies do this, and granted, not all of them do, but when they do it, oh my God, I love to shine on those moments. I love to really emphasize this movie is fantastic. You need to go see this, guys. Every moviegoer needs to go see this. I don't care if you're not a movie fan of this genre. Maybe you're a comic book fan. That's fine. You need to go see this movie, because this movie really captivates you into this world, and to this moment of setting. And it's almost, this is what the 70s, and so
it's set in 1970.
Yeah, dude. All I'm saying is that the 70s, everyone was. It was a different moment. I kind of felt it made me almost to a point to where, like, I wish I could experience the 70s. That's how great it was. That's how it sucks you into that whole atmosphere. It sucks you into that time period. And this movie is so damn good. I can't specify this enough, but just it's a really good, fantastic film. Kathy Bates. Oh my God. Rachel McAdams. We were just talking about this off camera, right? Me and Angela. We were just like, oh my God, this is like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It doesn't, like, when this is Regina George.
So I gotta say, I love everything Rachel McAdams does. Dude. And I know she does a lot of, like, romance.
She looks fantastic as a mother. I'll be honest.
She does. But I gotta say, I will never forget Regina George. She's always in Mean Girls for me. Yeah. That's where I first saw her. I love her in that. And I love her in everything she does. Yeah. But she's always that to me. And I gotta say, I loved her in this role. I think she did such a good job. She's just so naturally nurturing and so nice. And I loved it. But I think more so importantly, especially with the kid actors, I know you mentioned that you can't necessarily relate on all the parts, but I feel like this is the kind of movie you can relate to something in it. Questioning a lot of things about who you are, your, like, where you fit in, friendships. So, like, even you as a boy, you some of the stuff kind of goes over your head, like with Tal's about periods and bras and stuff. But as far as I think there are certain elements I think pretty much everyone can relate to. And I really like that.
The one thing I do want to emphasize a lot on is the fact that my personal belief is that in this case here, guys, moviegoers out there, movie fans, one of the things I really did enjoy that I could relate to so much more so was the fact that she was praying a lot to God. And it's in the book. It's not a spoiler. It's in the book. And it's in the trailer.
It's in the movie title.
It's in a way to where it's so relatable, because that's what I used to do as a kid, around her age, as a boy, obviously. But it's even so, though, it was like, oh God, please let me see my please let me hang out with my cousins for like the weekend. Let my mom say I could spend a night and we could play wrestling and just stuff like that. It brought me back to those special moments in life that you maybe have forgotten, or maybe have just like, I totally forgot about, or maybe I miss, all those moments you not kind of relive, but you just you remember, those special moments, that especially the people that you had in life and everything. Because Kathy Bates reminded me so much of my grandma a lot, and it really hit home for me. And it just that's what was so relatable to myself, was that because she acted just like my grandmother did, and everything. And even so, though, it just, Rachel McAdams has this emotional moment here because it comes religious based, which I grew up very religious in a good way. This was in a way to where it was very different than I expected here from Rachel McAdams' parents and everything. And so we knew that she's the mom, she's the Christian, while the dad is the Jewish faith. And granted, though, it's in the book, right? None of them are really practicing the religion in this case. Because they're leaving it up to Margaret, they're letting Margaret decide and everything. And so I liked how Kelly Craig is the director of this film here, and she did a phenomenal job. She made me feel moments in life to where I never thought the movie of this stature, of this. I didn't expect that. It caught me off guard. A movie to where it really captivates that, and I feel like that was her point being, is that she wants to captivate audience to their childhood memories, maybe her childhood memory whenever she forgot her first period, or you got your first period, and all that case. And
I still remember.
Yeah, exactly. And so you just kind of remember those moments, and we go back to Rachel McAdams. We go back to the cast here. The cast, the girl, the little girl that played Margaret, Abby. This girl really did a phenomenal job. Oh my God, she is very entertaining. She is really good. I mean, this film is really fantastic, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. She is Margaret, and it was just such a character. Not only bring that character to life, but bring it into from the pages to the movie. We always have these issues where Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter, right? Everyone knows that because he's just Harry Potter. Well, this girl is Margaret. This girl is Margaret. She is Margaret. And it's definitely a point being to where, because she just brings that character to life, and I love that so much. But yeah,
I gotta agree again. I was blown away by not only the adult actors but the child actors. All of them are great, especially Margaret. Yeah, Abby Fortson. So I think I gotta say I agree with you. It is one of those films I think you're gonna find something you can relate to in some way or aspect, and I really appreciate that the director.
Being a woman director, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. There's not that many women directors. There's not. Yeah, but this woman, Kelly Craig, she actually did The Edge of 17, which I'm a fan of. And I know you're kind of iffy on it because it's with Woody Harrelson, Haley Steinfeld.
It's not so much that. It's just the story was okay. Yeah. I gotta say, I enjoyed this story a lot more. Yeah. I don't know. It just felt like I said, I related to it a lot in certain ways, where it was a little bit different than The Edge of 17. I didn't really relate to that at all. Yeah. So I got to say, and it's really funny because this takes place in the 70s, but I feel like most girls kind of go through that. Yeah. As they go through, like you say, adolescence. Yeah. So even now, I mean, we're a child of, we grew up. Yeah. At that age, it was early 2000s, and it's still something we go through. It's just something that transcends time and decades, and so it's just something, again, with friendship and family. Yeah. And those are themes that I really enjoyed watching, and I think it was done very well, and I would agree, highly recommend this film.
Yes, obviously we do. This is the film that we deserve, guys. Ratings, Angela, what do you give this rating? 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest.
I'll give it a 9 because I'm not into coming of age films. Yeah. But this one knocked my socks off. Yeah. Pun intended. It's in the film.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. But something I'm definitely, if I ever wear women's shoes, I'm wearing socks. That's all I'm saying.
It's just any shoes. Yeah. Even it's just normal new shoes. You have to bring in my socks. But yeah, I gotta say it deserved a solid 9. I think it was done very well, and I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah, we definitely recommend this movie, guys. Moviegoers out there, you be sure to check out this movie in a theater, because this is meant to be seen in a theater and everything.
What would you rate it?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give this this is a solid 9.7 for me. It's almost a 10. Wow, I know, which is rare because I'm very selective. I'm very critique on certain films, but I don't know what it is with this movie. It really hooked on to me. Again, it might be just because of the personal things I went through as a child, personal religion and all that stuff, but it's really took effect on me in a great positive way. And I do recommend this movie, guys. Please check this out in the movie theater near you. And yeah, these I love it when movies just do this. It's like what it's like we're back-to-back movies. We just got watching The Covenant. I was like, what is wrong with this movie? Like, I love that. I love asking that question versus like, I can't wait to get out of this theater. In a way, because not all movies are tense. They're not all the best films. There's some Hobbs and Shaw that is kind of bad. And I'll always mention Hobbs and Shaw, which sucks because I'm a huge Dwayne The Rock Johnson fan. But whatever.
I'm sure if I watch it, it's not that bad. I haven't watched it yet.
I know. She'll probably be like, oh, it's the greatest movie on earth.
No, I'll just be like, I like The Rock in it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. And yeah, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us, and put comments down below. Questions for you guys. What did you think of this movie? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. What did you think of this movie? Did you read the book? Did you read the book? Put comments down below. Let us know if you read the book. We do want to know more specific details. Is it accurate? If you see the movie and read the book, let us know. Is it accurate, or is this just the tip of the iceberg?
Do you like the book better than the movie?
Yeah, or maybe just the tip of the iceberg of the whole book, and that means like, oh my God, that means we have to read the book. That's what I'm saying. If it's as good, if the movie's like, oh no, that's just like, this is just the little needle in the haystack kind of like the movie doesn't tell the whole story, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm definitely interested. Definitely. But all right, guys, thank you so much once again. And if you have not already, like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk channel. Hit that subscribe button, get notified for our movie reviews in this case, or Ted Lasso reviews that we got coming out daily. All right, as always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan 680.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much once again. Have a good one. Stay safe, San Antonio. Peace.